veterans have a difficult time when they come home from war and transitioning back to the civilian world. There are many in the city of Norwalk now who are gathering together to help these veterans. This year, many of the veterans spoke in Blind Rhinos, in Sono, and in NCC about the experiences and the tough times they had coming back home.
I had a few people, like my parents, they weren't in the military, and they said, hey, you don't have to eat so fast, you don't have to like run everywhere. I was just walking. I thought I was just walking, but they thought I was running, and I was like, okay, I'll just take a step back, look, and calm down.
Co-presidents of NCC's Veterans Club talked to us about their experiences in the military once they got out.
I think that if they go to school, they should definitely be involved with the Veterans Club because we all help each other out transitioning.
There's a wealth of information there. So a lot of people who are transitioning are familiar with certain GI Bills and education benefits available to them.
And it's not just veterans themselves helping each other out. Dean McFadden of Norwalk Community College also talked to us about why he helps out veterans himself.
Well, I tell you, students are indeed my first priority, but I must admit that my father-in-law, he served for 35 years in the Navy, and though I was not a military kid, I'm always appreciative of his level of service and his commitment to our country, and so I make a commitment to support persons who've given their all for our country as well.
And it's not just NCC that goes off their way to help the veterans. Other veterans from other schools such as Sacred Heart have gathered together and started their own programs to help out veterans in need of help.
Well, tonight's event is about Help Our Military Heroes. It's an organization based out of Easton, Connecticut, and what they do is they acquire vans for disabled veterans, and since the price is so high, they really help. One of the minivans could go for about $90,000, and they've donated about 93 already, if I'm not mistaken. And anything to do with a grassroots, community-oriented organization is best for what veterans are really going for here at Sacred Heart University.
We're actually celebrating Veterans Day, and we are trying to raise funds for Homes for the Brave, or here in the community. Not only that, we're trying to spread the message that there's younger veterans. We have a younger demographic of veterans here in Norwalk, Connecticut, and throughout Fairfield County. And we here, veterans from not just Sacred Heart veterans, but we have NCC, we have Southern University, Central University, WestCon. Some of the veterans are coming out here to take part in this celebration.
These programs really help out the veterans who many come back home scarred, as one of them told us a heart-wrenching story.
When I got out, I started school at Sacred Heart, and I had a few buddies actually ended up so I had a few buddies that I served with take their lives, and that actually kind of really impacted my life when I was in school. It made me rethink my career, rethink everything about everything. So I started going to school for physical therapy to get back to help rehab veterans so I could get back to their everyday life.
I was fortunate enough to have a lot of people that were able to help me translate what I had learned as someone being in the military to the civilian sector. But even then, you have to fight those stereotypes of what people think of veterans. We're too serious. We're on edge all the time, and a lot of people just don't understand that veterans, we've experienced a lot, but we do have a lot to offer.
And many of these veterans keep their family ties that bond them together when they were in, and will continue to help each other out throughout the times.
Well, the military is really the only reason I'm doing this. Everything that I learned in the Marine Corps really comes from a brotherhood and a sisterhood. Like, we're all a close-knit family, and it just feels right giving back to my brothers and sisters.
It's fun. I enjoy being part of such an amazing family, and it's a big brotherhood, and I like it.
I'm Joshua Wilson with NCC, The Voice News.